my book gave you that example. If you fire shot into the air in a public place, baril ka, magyayabang-yabangan ka, maputo ka, you committed alarm and scandal under Article 155. The penalty is only arrest to minor. Suppose you got your gun, about to fire your gun sa public, sa plaza, policeman arrested, attempted alarm and scandal. Pumayag ka na. Pero under Article 7, light felonies are punishable only when they've been consummated. This is a light felony, this is a crime against personal property, I am not punished. That is the example of light felony. When are the provisions of the revised penal code applicable to special laws? Remember the case of People versus Noble. Itong si Noble, he surrendered voluntarily. Atin sa may baril baril. Sumusuko na po ako. He pleaded guilty. The trial judge refused to apply the mitigating circumstances. And the Supreme Court sustained the trial court decision. Because according to the Supreme Court, illegal possession of arms is punished by special law. And the provisions of the revised penal code are not applicable to special law. But in People versus Makatanda, as reiterated in People versus Lucas, the Supreme Court said, when the special laws contain nomenclature which are exclusively of the revised penal code phraseology, like prison mayor, prison correctional, rection perpetua, it means that the provisions of the revised penal code, particularly on mitigating and aggravating circumstances, are applicable to violation of special. Illegal possession of firearm under PD 1866 is now punishable by prison correctional, prison mayor, etc. even under the amending law Republic Act 8294. 8294 uses rection perpetua, prison mayor, in other. So, if the judge would convict a person for illegal possession of firearm, he has to apply. He has to consider the mitigating circumstances. That is not the rule. Now, I would like to give you the view of the illegal possession of firearm. The original ruling, I emphasize this, the original ruling, when a person uses an unlicensed firearm to kill somebody, he will be punished for murder or homicide and also for illegal possession of firearm. That was the original ruling, the Ta'an case. Now, beginning from the case of People versus Molina, if a person, in case of murder or homicide, committed by an unlicensed firearm, illegal possession of firearm is absolved in murder or homicide. Sabi ng Supreme Court, nakalagay daw, Republic Act 8294, ang liwaliwanag, binasa ko, it says, in case of murder or homicide committed by an unlicensed firearm, illegal possession of firearm shall be considered as an aggravating circumstance. Hindi naman sinabing shall only be considered. But the Supreme Court interpreted this in People versus Molina. In case of murder or homicide committed by an unlicensed firearm, illegal possession of firearm is considered absolved and considered only as an aggravating circumstance. Okay naman. Yun ang gusto ninyo. Sige na. So I said, maliwanag daw sa batas. How about parricide? Sabi ng batas, in case of murder or homicide, parricide ito. Sabi ng Supreme Court, People versus Macoy, in parricide, it is also considered absolved. Wow. How about Kako in attempted homicide? People versus Landiala, in attempted homicide, it is likewise absolved. Possession of a 45 caliber, the penalty is prison mayor. Under Article 27, the duration is 6 years and 1 day to 12 years. Possession, attempted homicide is punishable only by prison correctional. Attempted homicide committed by means of an unlicensed firearm absorbed in attempted homicide. Hindi na yung aggravating circumstance lang ang illegal possession of firearm. Okay. But in illegal possession of shabu, this is what we call the principle of accompanying crime. Ano ko yung murder or homicide? Ginamit mo eh. Binaril mo, ginamit mo. So homicide or murder committed by means of an unlicensed firearm. Ito, illegal possession of shabu. How can you possess illegal possession of shabu by means of an unlicensed firearm? Magkahiwala yan eh. And the accused was being entrapped. Nakahalata siya. Pulis ang namimili ng shabu. So he ran towards the house. The policeman followed him. Sa bahay niya nakita mga shabu and firearms and ammunition. Walang lisensya. So he was charged both with illegal possession of shabu and illegal possession of firearms. Maliwanag again. He was convicted of illegal possession of shabu and illegal possession of firearms. On appeal, sabi ng Supreme Court, because the accompanying crime resulted in conviction, there is no more. We will disregard already illegal possession of firearms. Wala na yan. Disregard na yan. That is the ruling. And yet, in another case, People versus Almeida, it was robbery by means of an unlicensed firearm. Okay na. Bigyan sa akin. He was charged with attempted robbery and illegal possession of firearm was alleged as an aggravating circumstance. Hindi na prove ang intent to gain. How can you charge him? You convict him of robbery. The trial court said, because the accompanying crime did not result in conviction, he was found guilty of illegal possession of firearm. Walang yan yung ruling nila. And yet, illegal possession of firearm was alleged only as an aggravating circumstance. So, but when that is asked in the bar, you say, because the accompanying crime did not result in conviction, we must disregard. Did not result in conviction, we can find him guilty of illegal possession of firearm. I think there's something, but you follow that. You know, it all came out because of Republic Act 8294. This is the new law, amending PD 1866, Republic Act 8294. This was sponsored by an actor, senator. There were many actors who were successful politicians at the time. And the most successful actor politician was then Vice President. You remember him? Muntik na nanalo eh. Ito nakaraan. Kung si Rojas ang kandidato ng liberal, baka panalo yun. When he was President, Fidel Ramos was Vice President, Fidel Ramos was the President. Sabi ni Fidel Ramos, before we proceed formally to our cabinet meeting, I have a riddle for you to solve. Who is that man? Who is the son of your father, but not your brother? Aba, ay di sabi ng mga cabinet members, Mr. President, Fidel Ramos, the son of my father, who is not my brother. Binihilot niya. But Blas Ople was the Secretary of Labor. You know, Blas Ople, an intellectual giant. He graduated from UE, University of Experience. He said, Mr. President, son of my brother, son who is not my brother? That's me. Ikaw talaga yun. You are the son of your father. Who is not your brother? That's me, sabi ni Pastor. During the election, nung sumunod na election, panalo na itong ating vice president. Siya ngayon ng president. With all successful active politicians there. And actresses. Lalo si Vilma Santos, Tito Soto. Tito Soto nga ba? Sina Dennis Roldan. Mga successful. Sabi ng new president, wait. Before we proceed to our cabinet meeting, I have a riddle for you to solve. Who is that man who is the son of your father, but not your brother? Alam mo itong mga artista, mga pakulo lang yan. Sige. O, sirit na kami, sabi ng mga successful actor politicians, sirit na kami. O, isipin nyo. Hindi, sirit na. Ay, sino? Sabi niya, si Plus Oakley. And he was the actor politician sponsored Republica 8294. Because, bayaw na hilaw ng isang cabinet member, masyadong humble itong artist na ito. Sabi niya, sa lakas na di bayaw, bago action, protection. Parang Pajero, may mga armala, and it is regarded, dahil na city checkpoint. Here is there, hinabol siya. May armala. He was charged with illegal possession of firearms and found guilty. He was sentenced by the Angeles RTC for 17 years of imprisonment up to 23 years. Because under Republic Act 659, remember, reclusion perpetua has the duration of 20 years and 1 day to 40 years. There was no People versus Lucas yet then. In People versus Lucas, the Supreme Court said, even if there is a duration of reclusion perpetua, remember this, it shall be considered as indivisible penalty to be applied in its maximum period. Kaya pag reclusion perpetua, huwag na yung ng duration. It is to be considered an indivisible penalty. And that is the history of Republic Act 8294. Pinababa na ang penalty sa illegal possession of firearms dahil isang artistang masyadong humble. Conspiracy and proposal to commit a crime. Remember, conspiracy and proposal to commit a crime is not a crime. It is not punishable unless there is a law punishing it. Conspiracy and proposal to commit rebellion. Is it punishable? Article 136. Conspiracy and proposal to commit rebellion is punishable. So if you commit conspiracy and proposal to commit rebellion, you will be punished. Ganun kasimple yun. But this is the problem there. A, B, and C. This is the problem that you will encounter. A, B, C, and D. They committed conspiracy to commit rebellion. We will punish them. This is a crime. There is a penalty under Article 136. Okay. Simply, but let us, the facts will be complicated. A and B proceeded to commit rebellion. At first, conspiracy and proposal to commit rebellion yung apat eh. But later on, bago silang charged, A and B committed actually rebellion.